Morning, everyone. It's about 5 a.m. South Dakota. I could have been up an hour earlier to start going, but I didn't want to. Just didn't want to. So going in to grab me a little cappuccino, a little something else to drink for later in the day, and we'll get on the road. Can you see my breath? No, it's cold out here. Anyways, I gotta do that, and then we'll get this truck rolling down the road again. Well, good morning. That was a waste of time. I walked all the way up there, and I guess it's not a truck stop. It's got truck parking, but it's a Sinclair gas station. They're closed. I didn't know gas stations even close these days. I figured all of them were like 24/7, but not this one. Not this one. Apparently, so what I got just a bottle of water in here, but that's okay. Next time I see a truck stop or something, I'll just stop and get my morning cappuccino and get going. So I was surprised. I did not expect them to be closed, but they were. So we're getting ready to leave here. We're a little behind the 8-ball on this one, if you will. We got 1,400 miles to go by Friday morning at 7 a.m. and it's Wednesday morning right now, and that would be all good, you know, running full-on 11-hour days. You bang out like 660, 680 a day, but I'm not able to do that because I'm running recaps all the way until I get home Monday in Colorado, and we're on our way to Alabama. So if I run out too much time, I won't be able to make it home. I'll be late for that appointment. So we're gonna do an estimated 550 miles today, and tomorrow that is 1,100, leaving us with 300 by 7 a.m. We're gonna have to extend one of these days out. There's just no way around it. I mean, we could do that 300 by 7 a.m. That's about 5 hours. Yeah, I'd have to be up rolling by 2 in the morning on Friday morning. Well, the good news is it's all interstate now, for the most part. Yeah, it should be all interstate now, and it's only a 17,000 pound load. I was running the truck at 63, and I think I can continue to do that. Maybe that's what I'll do today, and if I have to adjust tomorrow and run her 70 all day, then we'll go ahead and do that, I guess. Trying to keep the fuel mileage good, but also still trying to make this appointment on time. So it's not too difficult to figure out. It's just we don't want to be in a spot where we've ran out of time, especially while we're trying to get home, but we never want to do that anyways. And we also don't want to be late to any appointments, because that's not how we do business around here. We show up on time every time. That way we can keep this truck rolling. We're not moving around appointments. We're not getting rid of loads that we need and things like that. So it's just not an option. Just not an option. So that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll reevaluate at the end of the day today. Let's see what we got going on and just go from there. But yeah, we're a little bit behind on this one. I'd like to see that more around 1,200 miles today instead of 1,400, but we can figure this out. Even if it's, like I said, Friday morning, I'm up rolling at 2 a.m., then that's just how it's gonna have to go, how we're gonna have to get it done. Then we need to knock out about 200 miles at least on the load headed back to Colorado, because what I would like to do, since it's a 2 a.m. delivery, is park in front of the receiver in Colorado. I've been there before, and you can park right on the street, right? You got to park around all the busted ass RVs and watch out for crackheads and meth addicts and things like that. Not the most comfortable place to sleep in your truck, but I've done it before and I survived. So that's all kind of what we got going on today, guys. It's we're a little bit behind. We are gonna do, let's see, this is it ended up being 2,200 miles and then 1,300 back to Denver. So that's what we're working with. 3,500, yeah, about a 3,500 mile week, running all on recaps. That's why we're doing all the gymnastics here with we can run this much time and this much time, but we got to save this much time, because if I screw this up, we're in really bad shape. We've got a lot to figure out at that point. It'd be a whole lot easier if the Denver delivery was like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., something like that. But the 2 a.m., if I need to recap that day, doesn't leave me with much time now, does it, to get where I'm going? So that's the horrible part about that delivery time. That's what's really screwing up the whole week. Yeah, we'd be in a lot better shape if that was a later in the morning type delivery. Anyways, I'm going to get this truck ready to roll. I've got to clean this floor again. It's just everywhere I go has been wet, muddy, snowy, and this floor is just taking a beating right now. So maybe I'll put that on my list of things to do. But anyways, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I got to get this thing on the road. All right, here we go. Found us a little pilot about 10 miles away from where we were yesterday, or where we parked last night, and I got a drink. I didn't get what I wanted. They were all out of French vanilla cappuccino. Damn shame. So I got something else. I don't know how to pronounce some of these things, so whatever, we got it. Have you ever noticed though that these gas stations and truck stops, they never put the coffee cup lids anywhere near where the coffee cups are? So everybody does the same thing. You get your coffee and you're like, now where the hell are the lids at? And they're just running in circles trying to figure out where the damn coffee cup lids are. I don't know if that's like a social experiment or what it is. Like, do all of them just sit back and share footage of customers looking confused, not knowing where the coffee cups are at? I just don't know. But it seems to be an epidemic. No one ever puts the lids near the cups. I'm not sure why that is. Anyways, it's time to cruise, baby. It's time to get out on the road and just rumble all day. Now that we've got little something to drink, keep us going down the road today. So that is the plan. So we've got, so far, clear roads, and seriously, I have 340 miles to go till I hit I-29 South. So that is going to be most of my day. Just drive all the way across I-90, and in 340 miles, we'll head south on I-29. We'll still get a few miles after that, of course. We'll get, I'd say, at least 150 more, 200 more. But that's most of the day, just waiting to get to I-29. Yay, that sounds fascinating. Anyways, I'm going to get back to it. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk in a few minutes here. What's going on, guys? How you doing? So I want to talk about something that came up in the comments that I thought was really a cool thing to say, for one. But I want to tell you why I thought it was really cool. So this is going to turn into a whole story. And where's the camera? Oh, it's way down there now. So that's how I look at you guys. I got the phone flipped over the wrong way. But I'm going to tell you guys a whole story, most likely, and probably go off on a tangent. But I thought it was a really cool comment, and it caused me to think about how I got here where I am right now, back in a truck in obviously not the greatest freight market. And we'll see where we go from there. I've got to clean these floors though. Oh my God, it's so bad. That's the plan when I get stopped today, is clean these floors. Anyways, guy left a comment. I'm sorry guys, YouTube Studio is awful now. Instead of showing your names like it used to do, it shows your handles. I wish it didn't do that. I wish it would just show your names like it used to. But it shows the handle now for the YouTube Studio app. Anyways, the guy said that something along the effects of how he appreciated how I can be positive in a bad freight market right now. And I thought that was really cool, and I want to talk about that and why I have such a positive attitude with everything that's going on right now, because this freight market isn't great, and some weeks are bad, right? But hey, you make the best of it, or the most of it. I think I mixed up both words there. And you do your best, right? So, as most of you know, some of you are new here, I think, actually, from that last video I did with the the war with the freight brokers video. That brought in a lot of new people. But as most of you know from that are here on this channel, I used to have a channel of the same name with 77,000 subscribers that blew up on a single viral video, basically. I rode that train for nearly 3 years until that video died off, right? But that video did provide a lot of opportunity for me, opportunity that I never expected to have, if I'm being honest with you. Because for years and years, guys, I was a very broke truck driver, kicking out daily videos that, and don't get me wrong, I was happy to have them. I'd get, you know, 50 views, 100 views, daily videos every day. Now they were not very well produced, and it was just me sort of ranting and raving and things like that. But for years, I really believed that I could do this. Like, if I could just get the chance to prove to people that I can do this, then I could see this channel taking off on me, and it did. And as cool as that was, it was probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to me also. A lot of negative things came out of that, but the most negative thing that happened in that was I was a poor person. I had no money. To all of a sudden, a person that had more money than I knew what to do with it. Because when the YouTube channel went off like that, it by itself was generating a substantial income compared to what I was used to making. And then that led me into being able to buy a truck or two along the way. And that was in a good market, which led to a crazy amount of income that I never thought I would ever see in my life, right? What I didn't know about it was that it was going to go away, right? And that applies to both things. A lot of things with the YouTube channel, the eventual viral video stopped getting the views that it was getting, which stopped bringing in new people. And I almost single-handedly destroyed my channel by listening to outside noise and making videos about it and making a big deal about it. That's not what people were there to watch. They didn't want to watch me complain about, this person said this about me and I don't like it, and all this stuff, because they were in the dark. They're like, what is even going on? And what do you want us to do for you? Do you want us to go yell at this person on the internet? What do you want? And I was listening to all this outside noise, and that viral video had lost its luster, and slowly over time that YouTube channel started to decline, right? Also, what was going on at the same time was the last truck that I bought was a really terrible 2016 International Pro Star that just had a lot of problems, We replaced most of the DEF system in that truck. A lot of electrical had to be replaced, and that just kept chipping away at any money I had saved up, till I had reached a point where I basically had nothing left. All the money went into like fixing that truck, and poor spending habits. Don't get me wrong, I never thought that money would go away. I was very naive. I've learned a lot. And I spent money on a lot of things that I shouldn't have. And definitely some lessons learned, right? Anyways, do you guys have any idea how humiliating it is to fail for everyone to see? I had a 77,000 subscriber channel that not only was I failing financially and in the trucking business, mentally I was failing. Like, mentally I was in a downward spiral that was completely like screwing up everything around me, right? And to fail in front of that many people publicly like that is a very embarrassing thing, right? So I went home. I went home for a lot of reasons, because all of the stress of that caused some health issues, right? And I was in really bad shape in every possible way, financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, like anything you can think of, everything was completely screwed up. So I went home with nothing, right? And I really tried to do other things. And I'm not going to go into details because it doesn't matter, but one night on a friend's live stream, I was very drunk, right? And somebody had said something to me that made me angry at the time, and I do not remember what I said. But I can guarantee you the things I said were things that I would not be proud to say as a person to another person. Regardless of what they said to me, I was embarrassed. And I was ashamed, and I did never go back and watch that live stream. I just knew that I had said some horrible things, and I couldn't believe that in just a few years I had went from this guy trucks on YouTube, oh my god, it's a this guy trucks video, to like the villain of YouTube that like is just saying these vile things to other people on YouTube. And I woke up and I was just the next morning and I was so embarrassed, and I deleted the channel. Gone. Every piece of income that was still coming in from it, because it was still generating money, gone. And I'd already left trucking by then. And I was working in an IT job that I hated. I really hated. And I had to take some time to reevaluate things in my life, right? What am I going to do? And what I do know about me is I do make some mistakes. I don't have all the answers. But I'm a damn good trucker. I'm good at this, you know? Believe it or not, like it or not, I'm good at this. I've been doing this for nearly a decade now. There's no reason for me to not be good at it. And we were just running out of money, right? It was all gone. And my wife and I, we had to make a very difficult decision that we needed to keep providing, right? We need to keep providing for ourselves, our children, you know, keep us living indoors. That sounds good. And it ended up being a very emotional decision that we both made together. I came back on the road, right? I came back on the road with no dollars, $0 to my name, just credit cards. I left my house with credit cards, got a pocket full of them, right? And I said, hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my best, right? And it can be rough out here sometimes. It can be. I've had some bad weeks, but damn, we've had some good ones too. We're on one right now. We're on one. We just got our asses kicked last week. But to kind of sum that up, I was on top of the world for a while, and I lost track of things. I let outside influences screw with what I was doing. I let all the noise get in my head, and I went downhill quick. And I did it in front of so many people. One of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened in my life, just in front of so many people watching me. Oh, it didn't feel good. Bad for the old pride right there, right? But what I don't do is give up. I don't have it in me, right? Now, it's easy for somebody to sit on the sidelines and say that you're a failure or that you suck or what have you, right? I'm guilty of it. I'm a huge Denver Broncos fan who last year signed Russell Wilson, and there was so much hype around Russell Wilson's coming to the Broncos. The elite quarterback from the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, is coming to the Denver Broncos, and boy, did he have a rough season last year. So what did my 5'6", chubby, unathletic ass do last year? Sat on the sideline saying Russell Wilson sucks. Go ahead and take that in for just a minute. You know, elite athletes, Super Bowl champion, and potential future Hall of Famer. I said he sucked. That takes some nerve, doesn't it? That takes some nerve to jump to that conclusion. Russell Wilson sucks? He had a bad season on a new team, but does he suck? No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Now, I'm no Russell Wilson, obviously. But in my situation, 6 months away from YouTube, just gone, blew up the whole channel. Well, it was a little less than 6 months because I deleted that after I got home. But 6 months out of a truck, trying to do other things that I thought I might enjoy that really wasn't paying very much. And I'll forever refer to it as the Great Reset. Because, you know, sometimes we do our 34-hour reset, right? Sometimes we just need a break from what we're doing. And I needed time to sit back and reevaluate what I plan to do. I'm 40 and I'm sitting at home drinking a 12-pack a day trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. Well, what I actually found was the bottom. That's good, right? When something's going downhill, you want to know when you've reached the bottom because there's only one way left to go. That's up, right? I left my house with $0 and credit cards. Yeah, we've had some rough weeks. We sure have. But I also left the house with no YouTube channel. Within 30 videos, guys, thanks to you, we were able to monetize the new This Guy Trucks YouTube channel. Because you guys come to watch, you know, thank you. But in that short time, because I've been on the road a little longer than that, getting close to 2 months now that I've been on the road. I was keeping it to myself for a little while. But I left with credit cards and $0. Now, there's a little bit in the business savings. There's a little bit at home. All the bills are paid. There's a little bit in the home personal savings, is what I meant to say. All the bills are paid, and I'm no longer surviving on credit cards. Now I got to pay them back. I got to do that. If that isn't a win, I don't know what is. So when you look at these rates and you're like, man, this sucks, the only thing I see in front of me is opportunity. I already lost it all, right? Once you've hit the bottom, the only thing left is to lay there and die, or look at all the opportunity that still exists around you. At one point, did people like This Guy Trucks on YouTube? Yes, a lot did, right? I have a lot to learn on the business side of trucking, and I'm here for it. But I'll be damned if I'm not a good truck driver, right? Everything else can be figured out as we go, and we can adjust and we can adapt to what's going on. So when I look at these terrible rates and high fuel prices, and still knock out a couple $6,000 weeks, a couple $7,000 plus weeks, who cares if we lose some of those weeks? Who cares? Last week we did 3,200 gross. That hurts. Hurt my feelings too. I didn't like it. But if we can jump back in the saddle and we can start cranking out numbers like that again in a bad market, come on now. All that's in front of me is opportunity. That's it. I'm excited. Even when the week's bad, I'm excited because I'm like, well, okay, we'll do better next week, you know. And I hope all that makes sense. But I hit the bottom, you know. I was doing nothing. I was hardly making any money. I didn't have a truck anymore. My YouTube channel was gone. I used to have so many investments, so many, and I just went through them. Just keep paying the house bills, you know. Okay, I got to sell off these stocks. I got to pay the bills, you know, until I had nothing left. Nothing. And my choices were let my family live outside or jump back in that saddle and do what you do, right? And the thing I've learned in life is that you will fail sometimes. Anytime you're trying, you'll fail, right? But I'm never ever content to just sit there and work the 40-hour week. I know what I'm going to make, or run the dedicated local run or anything like that when it comes to trucking. I'm never ever going to be content to just settle, right? So when you try, you're always going to have times in your life where you fail, but you are never a failure until you give up. Never. Not even if during your last breath. This May trucker is making me super nervous. He nosed into his parking spot, and it's a straight back. It's a straight back, but for some reason, he's got the front of that trailer coming towards my truck right now. I don't know why he's not just going straight, but hey, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Anyways, if you're fighting until your last breath to do something that improves your situation or the situation of people around you, then you never failed. Even if you died trying, you never failed. I would have only been a failure if I never tried again, if I just tucked my tail and ran, right? And that's why it's easy to be positive in these very tough trucking times, because these tough trucking times are a whole lot easier than the time I was having before I got back in the truck. A whole lot easier. So, I guess that's how I got here. And I've learned a lot of very valuable lessons from everything that's happened over the last few years. The only person that can stop me is me, right? I've stopped me before so many times. And I'm just going to mind my business. I'm going to make these videos for the people that like me, for the people that want to hang out here. And we're just going to do our thing. And I'm going to tell you every week this is how it went. Now, I don't think I'm going to do the numbers breakdown anymore, but follow along because I'm still telling numbers as we go. But I'm going to tell you it was a good week. I'm going to tell you it was a bad week. I'm going to just take you on my journey. That's all I'm going to do, right? And nothing else outside of that matters at all, even a little bit, you know? Is my family taken care of? That's what I care about. Care about that a lot. Am I eating good? I care about that, you know? And we just take this ride wherever we go from here. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. All I see for me now is opportunity in front of me. And you can't be mad about that. Now, if you recognize the opportunities and take advantage of them, or if I do rather, then that falls on me. If I don't recognize them and I don't do anything with it, too bad. I guess I failed that one too, didn't I? Man, when you hit the bottom, it's real easy to feel good about the future when you're trying something again, you know? And that's why I'm here. That's how I did it. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. So, anyways, appreciate the really cool comment. I guess that's going to be the video for today because, believe it or not, I did some old school This Guy Truck stuff and just ranted for 18 minutes. So, I'll leave you guys to it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.